Oh, I already started, so it's live now. Okay. Muted. It is member only. To spotlight here. Okay, all set.
Hello， 你好。
你好。
你好 ，Kathy。Okay, today we are
recording in progress.
Today we are going to learn 2 characters and practice some butterfly, study some strokes in actually calligraphy stroke in the basic butterfly painting, in Chinese painting. And in Hangout, I put the story of the dreaming of butterfly, or what's the translation for butterfly dreaming. These 2 characters. I hope you all read it, and you can search for more. About this story about the Zhuangzi, Laozi. There is I believe a whole bunch of things in English already. Have you ever heard of you know Zhuangzi, right? Have you heard of this story? Yes? Not? Yes. So that's why I choose the butterfly and with this subject matter. So later, like next class, we are going to do like the dreaming of the butterfly with kind of I think some people do like one big kind of abstract, the butterfly. Today we are going to practice some and see what you are dreaming of, what your preferred, that you like best. And next class you use the colorful one, or even from picture, when you know the basic strokes, you can do some you like best, and put the dreaming of the butterfly on it. It's kind of famous, and after even we learned the basic strokes of the butterfly, you can do anything like with the flower and flower painting, anything with the butterfly is useful. And also the character of the dream also can become like one character serve as image. It's very good. Okay, let's start from the character first. Okay, calligraphy first, and then butterfly. Okay, the character dream. Okay, standard style first. Always say read the copybook when you do the calligraphy. What's the read to get the information and to understand the basic structures, right? So this is about like upper, middle, and lower some parts, right? The bottom will be the radical here. What's radical? There's two cross. Remember it? We know this many times. Two cross, but think of in the calligraphy writing not very straight up, right? A little bit like to the center, talk about. And then this part, two strokes inside, and then to seal it. And continue. This part seems like the roof, but we call it no dot on top, right? The roof radical with the dot on top. This we called flat roof. Pause, and the lift. Same way to write it, right? My this roof compared with the sample a little bit too small. Need to be a little bit wider, right? That's the widest in the whole characters. Yeah. Okay, and the bottom one, slant, small horizontal, and press, gradually, slant, and the dot. Okay, that's the dream in the a standard style. See, when we write in the standard style, the brush with some yeah, Jeanette, that's why I said the comments in your homework. Standard style, we play with our brush with the stroke of some pressing and the lift, and I said like the bone, the dog's toy, you know, with here starting part press and the ending part press, you know, some stroke like that, not directly go. That's a standard size. We are practicing for the calligraphy, different from the walking, right? Walking sometimes it directly go, not 2 points like that. All of them we are trying to practice with the, you know, some of the training of your of the control of your brush. See if you can do some things, press where, press there, and then you feel like, you know, very free to use it, even in the painting, you know, some strokes. Okay, let's go walking. Oh, actually, did you find this time I got two styles of for this dream. the first one I wrote with more strokes, right? Obviously, and the second one is simplified. This simplified is appeared at about the same time, a little bit late, but also some people start to use the simplify in the walking or even in the standard style already. So choose which one you think you want. Okay, this is traditional way, and the one I'm going to write is the simplified. Okay, simplified seems two parts, right? Upper part and the lower part, and the upper part with two things, left and right, right? Yeah, you can read and understand it this way first, and then you will arrange the whole structure easily. Okay, what's this upper part? Upper part is like the group of the wood, group of the tree, right? See, the single one I'm writing here is the wood, right? Like the big chunk here and branch, and the other wood put together make them a little bit different, right? The left one with the slant longer, and the right one with the press on the right hand side, and in the middle part a little bit like together, not really separated them with big gap there. Okay, so this is like the little forest or a group of tree for the upper part, right? And then lower part, do not put them too separated. Okay. My lower part, this stroke a little bit weak, right? Look at the sample, more balanced. Okay, so after a couple of writing, then you get things, compare with the sample again, and you will find, things. That's why I say sometimes I say, oh, check the sample again, please. Cannot get the perfect, but close. Yeah, this the standard for the simplified, and those two walking style with the traditional first. Okay, traditional one from this to this walking is people for faster riding, right? Okay, change the order, the two cross together. See, the two cross like that, right? And then change it to write the two little vertical, or say two dots first, and then just share the same horizontal, and it become very fast like that, even more together, That's why I'm here to demo and to kind of decomposition things, make it easier. Yeah. Okay. The and then this part, right? And then is a little bit too wide. And this flat roof part, and then this. Okay, that's about the walking for traditional one. And with the two wood one, the simplified one, same thing, just a little bit connected, right? look at that and try to understand that. Oh, make the word part a little bit, you know, the left word from this to, we met many times, slant and the dot, or say the press, become one stroke. The press from here, gradually press and the lift looks like the one stroke, right? So become like that. Okay. Then dot instead of a press and the lift, right? No lift, and then continue to do that a little bit. Connect dot. Dry brush, and I didn't slow down cause my slant too short. So it looks, well, you can do again, or I let you know what's the not perfect for my this, right? Okay. And when you do the homework, look at the sample. Whoa. And this is cursive writing. For the cursive writing, I think I explained the cursive writing is kind of a very artistic, and later become, you know, some people's writing the way to do, we admired, we respect, we think it's beautiful, and then people try to learn the way to do. So sometimes the way is a lot different, but this one seems not that much different. Okay. Two dots, right? You can analyze it, but the look at the sample. Yeah, the lower part, the lowest, the bottom part, a little bit, or very like a cursive or grass, right? And the slant goes very long but powerful. I choose this one because I think I want to let you guys know, you know, for the meaning of the dream, the artistic style, the form for the cursive, you can understand the things and try to express your own and the spirit things, right? And more free, and you get the basic things you cannot. Basic rules. Okay, two dots, right? Two dots connect, and then the horizontal. I said even for the grass, or say cursive style, the first 1, 2, or even 3 strokes, they try to make it very clear. Otherwise, people cannot, you know, probably recognize sometimes for the purpose. Yeah. Okay, and then this part, right? Still this part, and then flat roof, right? And then this is just free to do this part, you know, do things powerful, you know, back a little bit, even not very showy for this dot things. So you can do yourself after you understand, you know, feel more your flow, they got very fluent, and your chi, your spirit, to get them together. I think this one a little bit, you know, very clear, but a little bit off the style of the whole thing. Anyway, just let you know, you do some things after a few practice, and you choose the things, get your feeling. And simplify one even more on the top part for the wood, right? The left wood become really not that obvious press. Just some things like that. Okay, that's it. And then do this one, and took that one, and the bottom one. So which one prettier? Which one your favorite? You know, if you do the one character as image on the square paper or something, you can decide which one. I mean, simplified one or traditional one. You know, sometimes different and very depends on different person or different time, different occasion. You want it to be, you know, you can do both actually. Sometimes this one, sometimes that one. That's why I'm showing you both of them. And the clerical, we only have the, we talk about this is the earliest, right? Clerical. We only have this traditional one. Okay, easy. Carving mood. Still conceal the tip, right? And then a little bit kind of lifting, but slow. You are carving. See what different from the standard style. There is no like the two ends of the bone, the dog toy bone, the two ends, right? But go slow because this is on hard surface, it's carving. You wouldn't do that two ends things pressing the shape. But go slow, and there is the saying says, for this style, you will do very powerful each small part, and you can stop anywhere, and the stroke is perfect, which means one stroke. You do not do that much back and forth, right? Okay, and then to vertical. We talk about this style is flat, right? So keep this a little bit wider. Flat. Almost the same width, right? Connected, because carving easier. Connect them together. Okay, and then bigger flat roof with no dot. Did you notice, I think I said many times, for the horizontal in this style, a little bit like a wave, a little bit of wave, but do it slow. A little bit of wave up and down. You know, something like that. But do slow. Do not sweep. Okay, and press and slowly lift. The lifting part can bounce back a little bit because carving do not have the very sharp tip end. Okay, that's about the things. Doesn't matter. And the sample, this slant is more straight, right? This one is more curved, and but this curved, I went very slow and with the power, so it's not a problem. Just remember, not very smooth curve, no swimming. Do something slow and thinking of you are holding a stick. Okay, that's dream. And this butterfly, two parts, right? Left and right. Left one is the by itself is the character of insect, and now is radical for butterfly. Butterfly is from the insect, right? Early stage. A little bit hard, lots of strokes to write. Seal it, and the longer. And the press and the lifting. Okay, left part. We talked about if it's radical, a little bit, smaller than the main part on the right hand side in this case, right? So a little bit shorter, no longer than that, and a little bit narrower, okay? And actually right hand side, two parts, upper and down, right? So this part, and then this part, and then kind of the frame things. So this is the upper part, right? And the lower part, normally, if only two parts, a little bit longer, no smaller, otherwise looks not stable, right? A little bit bigger or longer than the upper part to end off the whole thing. And do not separate them, too much. Press, 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 and then stretch out, lifting to make the hook. Two dots, let them, talk to each other with some connection by making a little bit different direction, right? That's how we made it. Not very perfect, but that's about the things. Okay. And try to think, see this right hand side, two parts, upper and lower. Upper parts, try to think the center part is two or three strokes of vertical there, right? And the lower part, the center part, is this vertical, right? So make them a little bit like the center straight up, not to screw this too much, right? So try to make that, yeah. Even people do not know the characters, cannot remember that much, but from the looking, from the image, try to let you understand what is better for the structure, right? Center straight up. Try to make this centered. Okay, and walking style, change the order, right? The left part looks a lot change, actually doesn't change that much. So the stroke by stroke is like that, right? And put them together. Go fast, it's just and then so not that much change. And the right part changed a lot. Much easier actually. How to do this part, right? This part become very easy. Do this horizontal first, and then three vertical first, then to do the little bit indicated horizontal things. And the three strokes, three vertical, try to make them different with two dots like, and the one slant or bigger dots, so do to the with some direction, and then and with a horizontal. Understand? And continue with the wood one. The wood, stroke by stroke like that, right? And the wood become the like that, and you know, like 2 dots. You know, something like that. Okay, put them together. Yeah, you understand it, and when you do it, have to in your mind, right? And then good or bad, you can back to check that. You know, you can do longer, but make the force here and do. Very dry. I think I got some leftover ink, very dry. In my ink stone. Even I covered the lid. Okay, and then thus very a lot change in the cursive style, but kind of the same role we will find in other characters. The main change, I think, the insect part, right? Insect part, not that change that much. From this to see the box, the mouth, the box square part become really one stroke, and this become very connected with not very obvious dot, just go to another one. So totally become like that. And the right hand side, the bottom wood part doesn't change that much, right? Still wood, we can tell. But the upper part thus become totally just horizontal first, actually a little bit of slant, because we are going to go this way, and then go this way, and then go this way to continue, right? Look at the sample, even very connected, but still I said we know where the stroke come from with some you know, force and the lifting, press and the lifting a little bit, make the rhythm, right? I on purpose to separate them, I mean to not show you very even more clear I mean from the sample where you can lift a little bit, you know, not with no thinking to make the evenly like 2 triangle there. Okay, this you can tell from the sample, right? From the sample, a little bit different stroke from here to here, and a little bit of lifting, right? And from here, like that. Okay, do not do some even triangle things. Okay, now ready to go. You know, something like that. Yeah. This is the calligraphy style. This one is the easiest one, right? Go slow. Carving mood. No bone shape. And together, the stroke. Goose tail flying, only one stroke here to show people. Now we are doing things on paper. We have paper invented, not just carving. Slow, slow, slow. Do not sweeping. With some dignified looking. Slow, 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 slow. My lower part a little bit too small, right? But this style a little bit flat. Anyway. Okay, and the rest of time actually here I promised I want to explain something more about the tiger-eared character we learned last time, especially in the cursive style. And okay, so the standard is with the roof, right? Roof radical on the top. And Emily, you did this not stick out. That's the small problem, because there's nothing to do with the exactly the writing, but you know, since you noticed it and you know it, no problem. Okay, stick out and seal it, and the 2 dots on the bottom. And when it become walking style, no problem, just become a little bit, you know, faster writing, right? Doesn't change that much. Right, and most people, they're very safe for looks like correct when they do on the painting. They do lots of the walking style. Yeah, very clear, still recognizable, and shows dynamic things, dynamic beauty, right? The grass style, cursive style, with the things. So this, even, you know, and this one, and you know, for the radical, I mean, yeah, radical, this doesn't individual. Sometimes some people do individual, but the sample I chose last time, no individual stroke, but something shows a little bit like that. I do a little bit over, okay, but one stroke, a little bit like that. And then the bottom part, this part, see, use this part, and then back to do the box, this part, right? This part, and back to the center. Continue with this, and then a dot. Okay, the problem or the things we try to bring it to the point. This part indicated the horizontal, right? And then go directly do kind of the box things. So this stroke cannot be too narrow. You try to make this part a little bit wider, indicated that box things, right? The box things, yeah, that's why I said. And then the center things, the circle cannot be, actually I wrote a little bit too narrow, too close together. You try to, to see some things here indicated there is something in center. Okay, the circle, some things there. And then this, the one here. And also we need to notice that this part is still outside the frame and something in center, the relationship. So you do not want to, some things like too narrow here, and things like the upper and the lower relationship, right? You still want to show outside the frame and the center things, the relationship, like that. Did I explain clear? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So donate is too not very clear here, and it's kind of too narrow here. Better, do a little bit like that. So this is indicated the frame things and the center things. If I do a little bit over, something like that. Okay, that's the main things, because I hope you do good, and because we are going to practically use it, right? Yeah. See, this kind of even very simple is recognizable, and with a little bit wider shows the frame and the center, frame and the center, out and the center, the relationship, but not the upper and the lower relationship. Okay. Something even very together, when you do the brush is too big, sometimes the space is very limited when you sign things on the real painting, but you do the relationship, the structure correct, that will be recognizable. Okay, that's how much I want to explain for the reviewing of the last class, and it shows on our homework. Any questions about the characters? Otherwise, we can study the butterfly strokes. There are many kinds of the butterfly. Actually, I don't know in this country, and in China, there are statistic shows. I don't know. It says in China or include everything in the world. Over 1,000. But basic things we always know is like the wing part, like the 4 pieces, things like that, right? And whisker things, some things, and the center part actually like insect look things, very small compared with the wing, right? The wing is like the flag, very big, huge, compared with the body part, right? And with different color, different pattern, very beautiful. That's why lots of crafts, like for the girls' pin, hairpin or something. So lots of images is the butterfly. I don't know in this country, probably yes. The butterfly. Okay, but how to do in the Chinese painting? Let's do some ink one. Okay. The shape. You can study the shape I'm going to do the, can you see the handout? You see the handout right now? Can you see the handout? I'm going to do the upright corner one, the blue black one, because that one looks like with a full image, right? 4 pieces of the wings, and we learn this first, and then we do the side view one, easier. Okay. The wings. Notice the shape. The upper pair, a little bit. So each different, but always a little bit. This shape, right? Bigger. The upper one, two of them are a little bit bigger, right? And the lower one, the shape a little bit different, smaller, and the upper one a little bit, very seldom to totally separated, a little bit overlapped, and the upper one on top. So the lower one, the shape a little bit, some are very rounded, a little bit like that, this shape, right? And a little bit overlapped, always more or less, right? A little bit this shaped. And then, so the shape like that, right? And the head part very small, like we do the body part a little bit in like 3 strokes head, and a little bit cannot see or not very see the chest part, and then the body part a little bit like a three strokes, right? Head and the chest part and the lower part like that, right? And sometimes people do 2 eyes, and sometimes just concentrate on the 4 like wings. Doesn't need to do that. Okay, and then some with this, or even 3 of them, like those things with the pressing in, those things for the wing, for the little wing. And the 2 whisker, I don't know, I call it, by actually out, press and in, gradually lifting. See this part, you can see the real picture. This part is stronger, and then lift, a little bit like that. Two of them. And the, how do you call it, the feet, like we do the dragonfly with the 3 sections of that, like the 1, 2, 3, something like that. And sometimes very cannot really see. Okay, now we studied the shape, right? You need to keep the outside, the shape. Understand this first. Okay, now we can do some things, if you do the color one, right? Now we just do the ink, thinking of later we can put color, or eventually we do the part. Just color, dark and light, right? Okay, try the brush. See, not very wet. You can do this, press and lift. Okay, that's the good dryness. Okay, I do this shape, but I do not do the outline there. It looks very stiff, right? Okay, I try to, but make this shape. I try to do like that. I do the bigger one. Okay, see clear. That, the upper wing, okay, but make the shape. Like do that, right? And I connect them later with that, and other shape. And connect, make the whole shape there. Right, and then the two small one, try to keep the shape. Okay, you make the shape, but not the outer line. More free, right? In the line, you can do some kind of not very stiff, solid. Do some like we do clerical style, lost and found, but with some chi connected. You can do that, and then like the 2-eye or not very clear 2-eye, and the body part a little bit, and not very connected, very stiff. I make the body part a little bit here, and then 2 whisk dot, and then lost and found, different direction, dot, and then that, and then some small line indicated there is foot or feet, feet. Some things not very clear, very defined, how many pair or some things. There is some line there, and one pair shows the line here. I can put a color later, right? And I can do the vein, some vein there. I saw some line there, and I mean later. But the whole shape about like that, And since you understand the relationship of the 4 flags things, 4 wings, like that, which is bigger, the shape, and which is on top when we see this like up or down, like the back, right? The bigger one is back, the front one is on the back, on the top. Okay, and then you will understand the side view, right? Side view. Let's try the side view. Which one I want to do? What about just the brownish one? However, I do not do the color today. The brown one next to it. Okay, so how many wings we can see? And we can we always think about which one in front. From our view, right? From our perspective, which one front with the complete, and which one is overlapped and on the back. So do partial of them, right? But the relationship is like we just did the study, right? So seems the small one we can see totally, right? Okay, see the small one I do. And then the bigger one, but partial shows, right? Overlapped. You will understand, you will think about where it's come from, right? Even just to show the partial of them. And the other bigger one shows this way. Line come like that. And there is something like the the mark there. I can do later. I got the shape there, right? Some. Okay, and then a very small head here, and the chest part this way, and lost and found shows a little bit the belly part that way, and the two not a whisk, actually, should I say the antenna it's very beautiful for the butterfly. And also in the painting we need some, you know, thick one and the light one, some line. Here shows some line, but make sure use the small brush, you know, next time. You do not want these very smeary things. Some pair of the little foot, so we can see from this angle, right? Okay, and that's about the side view. Oh, the wing here, you can do clear the front one, right? And some wing things I cannot see very clear, doesn't matter, I can refine things later. And some this part things here. Okay, and look at the one real picture I put on the handout. I not get my cursor. The reason I'm showing you this is to see, because this side, see, even there is a whisk things, right? Whisker things look like. Can you see the picture, the real picture? There is kind of a 1, 2, 3 or 4 pairs of the foot, right? We use 3 strokes to do that little line. And then, did you see beside the antenna? Beside the antenna, there is a pair of like whisk things, but probably some are different. Anyway, in the Chinese painting, we just do some the feet, some feet, you know, a pair of, not concentrate on that, a little bit. And then look at the antenna part. Did you see from outside in? The outside is stronger, and then, you know, inside tipped, lift your brush. Understand that? Yeah, look at the real picture. Actually, very beautiful. So you do like that, pause, and back like that, and the pause, like that. Do some things like that. It shows beauty and for the whole thing. Okay. So far, with me, and have fun doing that. Yeah, like we do things. So if you learn the basic things, you know how to do the basic strokes in Chinese painting, and I decomposition the things, and then you can do anything later, any kind of a butterfly, you understand? Oh, just two big wings in front and on the top, and a little bit overlapping two small one, rounded one, different shape, a pair on the, a little bit bottom and on the a little bit in the lower part, and two antenna and a couple of pairs of 3-stroke for the feet, and different pattern. You want to know, add on some things. That's how we do. I think that's same basic roles for we need to study to understand how to from the picture to the Chinese painting. How can I do some things to analyze and to decide some very simple strokes to making that, not just mimic to do the line to circle it. When you do apple, oh, that's the apple. That one, just study in your mind the shape, and then you do this, where to put a stroke to make the shape in your mind. Okay, next class, we'll put the dream of the butterfly, or the butterfly dream. You're thinking of the story. And nowadays, people think of that, the characters always know that's the story of the zhuangzi. And also people think of the, if you do this picture, I'm doing this painting, you can think, oh, I want what kind of the butterfly, where to go, or even abstract with nothing but a big butterfly. I think that's me, or I want to be, choose one, even from the picture you prefer, or the handout one I give you just as your reference for study, and do the one butterfly in whatever the kind or the perspective, and as image, and put the character on next time, and bring the color, and I will write on the handout, bring up the color you want your butterfly be, and also the small brush for this antenna, because you want it very fine. You do not want to smeared, In the one picture in the Chinese painting, we said 4 elements, right? Four things you want: wet and dry, dark and the light. So everything there. Okay, see you next time, and happy study, happy practicing.
Victoria, I had a question.
Yes, please.
Is this story about the butterfly and the dream well known in Chinese culture?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Very well known, and if you do the butterfly, of course, people think butterfly is beautiful in the common flower and the birds painting. This area, people always choose butterfly as image, to compare with the flower. Because flower here, you want to whole thing a little bit butterfly here, to kind of add some things, not flower all the way, like tree, right? Flower here and the butterfly here, to do something, make the whole picture. And also, if you do like the things, put the character on with this phrase, or the words, people will think, oh, you really know Chinese culture. Yeah, even in China, people will think, oh, admired, respected, very knowledgeable, and educated. You know, and the people do this kind of positive. Because Zhuangzi is very, natural and respect the natural things. He even, his philosophy think even doesn't like the Confucius. he think, understand, too much to talk to. The thoughts, because he respect everything. Just he's Taoist. Just follow the way, not all the way, respect the nature. Okay, yeah.
Victoria,
yes.
This is a totally unrelated question. I never received the handout for class today.
Yeah, I checked. I didn't find anything abnormal. Absolutely on the list, and I did every time. I didn't do individual to pick the list. I didn't do that.
Recording stopped.
Yeah, I didn't. So and Henry wrote to try to, sometimes the mail goes to the junk mail bin. Did you check that? Was that the problem? No,
it was not. Kathy Farber forwarded me the one that she got, so I got it.
I saw the mail, and I didn't know. Yeah, thank you for letting me know, and we'll watch next time. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah. I checked. Okay. I didn't do anything different, and I didn't find anything my end, the question or the problem. Okay, I know. Okay. Let me know. Let me know. Okay.
Yeah. Hopefully it'll work next week.
Okay. Thank you for letting me know. Okay.